We were just talking about the wage issue here with the jobs report, and I have to note that the stock markets right now are all in the red. I mean, we had thought that perhaps given the lack of inflationary pressures, you might have some participants saying, hey, maybe the Fed won't raise rates as soon as we thought. So what do you make of this decline here?
So there's a lot going on today. Oil, again, isn't finding enough of a base. I think that is having an influence. I think the report points to a puzzling issue on wages. So it's not that clear that this is something that will keep the Fed on the sideline. So I understand that the market is hesitant at this stage because this wage issue is a real puzzle. My own point of view, it is not going to keep the Fed on the sideline. I think the Fed is going to look at the holistic improvement in the economy, and it's going to take that as its cue to start hiking rates very gradually and with a destination point, with a terminal point well below historical averages.
So your view, Mohamed, is still that the Fed will likely move sometime in the summer of this year?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, and is it possible that at some point the Fed might start looking at other barometers than just inflation and wage pressure?
Well, I think it's looking at many. It also has to keep an eye on financial stability. I think the only thing that derails the Fed is if we get a catastrophe outside the U.S. And I noted that it was really interesting. The minutes that were released yesterday pointed to the rest of the world using the word important twice. First, they said the rest of the world is an important downside risk for the U.S. economy. And then they came back and said that U.S. financial assets are importantly influenced by what's happening in the rest of the world. So they're keeping an eye on the rest of the world. And if things really deteriorate in the rest of the world, that may keep them on the sideline. But that's what you would need. I think the U.S. economy is on a path of recovery. It's not liftoff, but it's a solid recovery. And on that basis alone, they would move this summer.